We don't have time to waste. We gotta get going. Or as Superman says in that one Superman show, we've no time to waste. We gotta Bayside bum it out of here, buddies. Hell yeah! Anyway, Hart gun to his throat, blocking any words. He didn't know what to say because he saw Ripley and he just beat up a criminal in a fight scene that is completely superfluous to anything that happens. Oh, it's to set this up? You could have done this a million other fucking ways, buddy. Anyway, Ripley's glowering. Know his name? Yeah, you met at Mrs. Private. How the fuck did you miss that? I mean, admittedly, that's like one kid he saw like maybe once. So fair enough. What the hell are you doing here? Good question. Yeah, there's no communication between fucking anyone. Like, this seems to be a repeating issue, is that no one talks to anyone about anything. It's so weird. His family moved here. Of course they did. What else would they do? Doesn't explain. Maybe. You know, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this that Anon could just provide. We were talking. You know, after they were both involved in a horrifying situation. We got a call from school. Of course someone called. They got for assaulting an officer. Those are glorified mall cops. No one got hurt. Yeah, mall cops don't actually have any real authority when they get right down to it. I don't even think they can properly arrest you without it just being kidnapping, because, you know, they're not cops. They are not authorized violence of the state. Detention in the air building, and he smiles. Obviously, was they were related. Yeah, you know, Anon, this is what got Fang to kill people, but smile about it. Admittedly, this is what I mean. Ham it up. If you're gonna write something stupidly hammy, make it fucking hammy. Give me the bacon. By trying to get our eyewitness account. What are you two doing together in the shed? I don't know. We're doing yard work. I like how you have 2 boxes full of gloves instead of anything else. Oh no, he tried to use a fake gun and I kicked his ass. He argued with dangerous criminals. You could have been hurt. I mean, there's an old saying. You're only one bad brawl away from being fucking dead. One bad punch is all it takes, buddies. People like to pretend it's... No! Anyways, I wasn't. Also, Anon is, like, explicitly hurt. Anon punched the guy really hard. A push regard to a scuffle. No responsible for making the hole. Yeah, he did. Admittedly, the other thief was apparently had the wherewithal to leave. I would like to point out that Anon beat up the guy and Rosa disabled, I think, the woman? I don't even fucking know. Just make the fucking manga, man. Learn to draw. Young lady. Did he ever say that in the game? I don't even know. But now you're being a pain in the ass. Oh. And you're like 30, 35, and you already dated her and presumably had a hate fuck before she killed herself. So I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You are past this goal point. Not to mention, you were with Olivia a lot of the time. Admittedly, it's probably the dad that's causing it. Why does he... It's such an interesting contrast about Ripley, right? In that he cares about Fang to stop random boys from smooching her up, but he also doesn't give a shit about her. It is such that possessive American spirit that it has no fucking purpose. It's great. Thank you for protecting my daughter. No, he endangered your daughter by getting her involved in violence and escalating the situation. This could have been resolved peacefully, or at the very least by leaving the fucking room. Oh no, he crushes your hands. That's an awkward-ass handshake. Ha! Oh yeah, he did point out that handshake. Even though boxers are not known for their grip strength. Although, I don't know. Do you want to clench those paddings really tight? I don't know. If I ever find a boxer, I'll have forgotten by then. But if I do remember, I'll ask. I mean, the funny part is Ripley does like Anon. Remember the bowling night. Ripley does technically think Anon is alright. He's just kind of skeptical about him. Although in ending 1, he definitely deserves it. So let's not pretend otherwise. Now, I'm not saying you... By the way, when I said last time, you can take ending 1 and make it goofy. But you have to start early. You have to start early. And the story really doesn't. It really does try to be... That's the problem, right? You can't just flip-flop your tone like a flip-flop. Why is it called a flip-flop? Because it flip-flops against your feeties. Your heels. I can't stand my dad. He's so... No need to apologize. I think he was just worried. No, he was just being possessive, like a bad dad. He'll regret it when he finds out that he has no grandchildren 10 years down the line. Except he does. He was just never told about them. And they don't want to talk to you either. Because all they know is big old grumpy Ripley. All they remember is how you were, like, very unsupportive about your daughter. Yeah, sure, she detransitioned, but she still remembers the part where you were a fucking asshole about it. Oh, man, you're so close together. Just give her a smoochie. She's not the opposite gender. My man, that's not how non-binary people work. They are literally precluded from being any kind of opposite, or similar. That's what happens when you escape the axis of power. The practice session he was invited to that Sage was going to get some audiences for. Reed told you? So, why are you surprised? Reed talks a lot. In fact, he seems to be the source of a lot of gossip, so... Can I come over? Okay, I can. Thank you. Laying out some harsh criticisms. Yeah, that's a weird thing to joke about, Anon. What a weird thing to say, considering that Fang's relationship with music is kind of meh at this point, especially with the double basses. Trying to hold on. Oh yeah, he's trying to hold on to the wheelchair, that's what's going on. Man, that wing is good for stabilization, but the tail is where you really want to find it. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You get a +8 to balance from the thing, that's all I'm saying. Olivia came to a sudden stop. Nasser fell right over. No. I would say that's impossible, but then I realized that if you're standing on a wheelchair, yeah, you are probably above the shoulder line, center of mass-wise. People sitting down are not that tall. Your legs are like a large portion of your length. Don't ever use this phrasing in language unless you're being explicitly interesting about it. Just sell me on the scene, man. Just sell me on the scene. Like, you can say the same thing by saying, like, as if physics didn't apply to him or something like that. But no. It's like with music. Like, don't quote... Never quote better works than you, they say. Not 100% true, but you know what I mean. Oh no, he almost fell into a flower bed. And then he spins his arms like a cartoon character. That's the cartoon character moment. I like how none of you tried to help him. It's Olivia that has to do this. Man, that's... So this was like basically a whole fucking page. Hold on. It's those other two weirdos. Like, we don't have Naomi anymore for this, sorry. Oh, it's about Nasser. He trusts... Doesn't get himself for a trusting someone again. Wait, that's what this is about. Pop, pop. Hey, Fang! Peer with his eyes. Of course, peering is all that gets done. Skipping over the stuff does skip over the bigger problems. I'm a dweeb again. I'm a dweeb. My future killer. By proxy. tumultuous time together. The kangaroo pockets. Never heard that one. If her wheels are creaking, which by the way is with an EA, maybe oil them. Creaking means that they are resisting, which means they're slowing her down. Give them a little. I don't know. I once heard a sound, like a cartoon sound of like the oil blipper, and that one's stuck in my head because it's got like a little. There were just a few scratches. I got attacked by a random stranger who might have rabies. You know, like, the bigger problem I have with that fight scene is it's so long for something that doesn't really matter all that much. You're allowed to summarize. Again, you kind of have to and want to limit your word count and focus on the parts that matter so that your audience doesn't get distracted. Like I did. I got real distracted. Bastard tried to hurt my sister. I strongly recommend not going over there. Man, all this family is so alike in terms of personality? Thank you so much for protecting Fang. He escalated it. I wish you hadn't got hurt. Jesus Christ. Everyone loves Anon. Everyone wants to dote over him and give him little kisses. It's okay, Anon. You're the best person ever. Don't worry, Mary. It's fine. Everyone, please, can we get an applause for Mary Sue here? She did so much hard work. I'm lucky you're my best friend. Jesus! Can you lay it off the compliments a little bit, buddy? I imagine you're a little bit panicked, but he wasn't there, so he wouldn't have gotten the full emotional impact of the situation. Also, everyone's been debriefed. The person reading this is, like, out of that mood, right? We had the goofy moment where they stopped and he fell over. You've killed that mood. You can't go back just like that, buddy. What the hell is Fang? Oh no, you were talking? What? Not after your ass was in my face. Pterodactyl tails are very sensitive. They're very sensitive. Very expensive. It's now dropped open. Oh. Achilles heel. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's everyone's Achilles heel if it's a pterodactyl tail in general. Can you kill Ripley with it? Can you so long Gay Bowser him? You didn't see him with a Fang. Ah, he already did, buddy. This is worse than that time Reed came over to visit at our house and tried to sell my dad Reed. Did you mean weed? No, I said Reed. He tried to sell him sex. How drunk was Reed? I don't even know, man. All I recall is that Reed showed up and was like, hey, want to buy some Reed? Oh, you idiot. He was talking about those reeds he sells. You know, the pan flutes? Why does he make those? I don't know. I think they're used for cocaine snorting or something. You know, they look innocent enough, but in truth, they are filled with the devil's lettuce. That's marijuana. China cat? I think? Oh, no. Ugh. I really gotta find out where those appointments are at. Where was I? My brain's all discombobulated. Shows all you guys were attending. Yeah, you aren't telling... Again, Nasser is a fucking idiot. Because he doesn't tell anyone anything that's kind of relevant, and he kind of lets everyone push him over, and he just doesn't do anything useful. He's Patrick. He just makes trouble for everyone. He's not a big ball of worry. He's a giant big ball of worry that also causes half of his own problems. Are you sure the wing is the part that got damaged on the way down? That got tougher. The home situation isn't as great. Bring up my worries with my... You mean your problems with your parents? Concerns. Worries is such a childish word. But it fits Nasser. It wouldn't help much. I'm the one carrying the hopes that... That's... Man, you really are a fucking idiot. Would be so selfish. I mean, hey, it's a fucking character trait, I guess. It's also a really weird one in context. You know, he's so true to the character. Everyone's fighting their own battles. You know, Snoot Game had the wherewithal not to quote that shit all the damn time. Because again, if you repeat the same thing, it just sounds silly. Don't let your audience linger on those things too much. I mean, that's the big thing about writing, is that you always have to contend with fridge slots. People can put your book down at any moment, but you know what I mean. You can always talk to me. Same, Anon said, because he wasn't about to let a conversation finish without him being fucking in there. Because of the big week. Honorary member for life. He was only there for a month? Jesus, the timeline on this is so fucked. Your dad isn't calculating anything. He's weighing his options. He's weighing the situation. I don't think math is really involved in this, Anon. This is not calculus. Third time. Yeah, I know those situations where you gotta claim the same shit over and over again. Everyone was all white except for the thieves because I'm so cool. Oh no, this is like the third fucking person to be like, Anon, you're so hot. Oh, you're so fit. Oh, poor Anon. I'm so proud of you, Anon. You're so cool. Anon, third time today, someone calling you so cool. Jesus, just skip it. I don't need to hear this 5 times in a row. The entire chapter is just Anon so cool. This cardboard cutout of a boxer needs to go in the closet. Kiss Nasser already. That's my boy. My boy. You're still a baby boy to me. That's just moms for you. Unless he became an actor. No, a stuntman punches people through walls. Or you can be the person getting punched through, I guess. Don't become an actor, Anon. The arts are not real work. Only cold and calculating machines can do art. Humanity is not suited for this job. Humans must work in the gears of machinery, become smushed and flattened into pancakes of suffering and misery as the last few bits of their labor are extracted from their corpses, and then they are reanimated, their souls screaming in anguish as they work once more, but dare not paint. To the machines with thee. May your death be slow and profitable. It's often what it sounds like to me when someone says the arts aren't a real thing. Like, man, have you ever, like, sat down and thought for, like, a minute? You're reading a fucking book, my man. Don't blame the school. I mean, I think the school should probably be addressed about the fact that burglars think they can run into the school during school hours. Yeah, it's usually those guys. They don't have the perspective. Well, if you're ever worried about the school shooting happening again, it's now twice as unlikely. And it was already a 0% chance at this point. Again, in Wani, she just crawls around more than anything. Gundam Bishi. Stella. First step into degeneracy. How did this not happen sooner? You're in the same house. Olivia is explicitly a geek in Wani. And by this point, you've played it. Or I think the comments, the author's notes imply that. Burp, burp. Oh man, what a summary. I mean, personally, I think that after how long it's been, there's a merit to like having Anon reflect on comedy and things that he used to like and being like, man, after so long of not seeing any of this, it really doesn't carry the same vibe, does it? But characters can't grow. We're calling it a little quits here. We're getting way too much into just describing the fucking show at this point. Next time, we're gonna finish this chapter, because we're fucking ballin', baby. We're finishing this shit tonight. I'm expelling and exorcising this ghost from my life. I'm uploading the videos, and I'm done, and I don't want to hear anything about it. Done. Buried. Never again.